Welcome everyone. Virtual reality is the use of computer modeling and simulation that enables a person to interact with an artificial three-dimension 3D visual and other sensory environment via sensing, hearing, smelling and feeling. Common feature in today's world, virtual reality will have some impact in almost every field in near future. Reality is adapted by military, aviation, sports like golf, etc., as training group in highly realistic manner. In military, soldier can defuse a bomb without any real work risk. In medicines, earlier this creation and study used plastic model. Now, virtual patients and virtual histology, they have lower operating cost, are safer to use than real experience. History: traditional square or rectangular screen pincushion distortions. Top, bottom, center of a projected image appear to drop inwards, creating corner of square from elongated pioneer as incursions. Vartama and cinema. Vitarama 11 projectors and dome-shaped screen cinema. Simplified versions of the Vitarama used as wide-screen film formatting in 1939. It used projector onto a deeply curved screen subtending 146 of arc. Sensorba, built in 1962 and was aimed at force sense, but the machinery ended up being too complex. The ultimate display, for the first time, virtual reality was experienced via a head mounted display, which was created by the Ivan Sutherland in 1965. It was the biggest breakthrough. Degree of freedom. Optimal result in five DOFs such as update rate, latency, accuracy, resolution, and range. Input devices, tracker, joystick, mic, data glove outfitted with sensor on the fingers, enable natural interference by hand, gestures, recognitions. Output devices, CRT monitor and LCD screen. We are expand from the basics to immersive new divers like Powerwall, head-mounted display, binocular, omni-oriented monitors. Virtual reality modeling language. It is standard language to present 3D graphic within the model wide web, allow the creator to specify image and the rules for their display. Aspects of virtual world display, interactions, and inter-networking can be specified using VRMD without being dependent on a special gear like HMD. Software packages, multiverse platform for massively multiplayer online games. Virtual Reality Studio create virtual world in free space, Sense 8 World Toolkits, Autodesk Space, Cyberspace Development Kit, run VR programming from the keystore command to the glove helmet interaction. Key elements of the virtual reality system are immersion, active and the passive immersions, interactivity, interact with a virtual object while navigation through the virtual environment, participations, new user and experienced users, one-to-one relationship and one-to-many relationship. Feedback gives ability to observe the result, very useful in aviations and medicine. Input processor, simulation processor, rendering processor, and world database. Input processor, they are responsible for the control of the input devices. The object is to deliver the coordinate data to the rest of the system with the minimal time lags. Simulation processor, core of a VR system, take the user input along with any task programs and determine whether the action that will take place in the virtual world. Rendering processor accepts the result from the simulation processor and create the sensations that act as output to the user. World database stores the object that inhabits the world script that describe actions of those objects. Classification. The classification is the based on the two-factor type of technology use, level of mental immersions. Type of technology. Basic do not require specific input or output. Enhanced require additional input or output devices to experience virtual reality. Level of mental immersion. Basic lower level of immersion. Enhanced higher level of immersions. Basic VR system. The basic virtual reality system have the least level immersions when compared to enhanced system. They are screen based and pioneer driven, which are presented by the three-dimension graphics. Three systems can be divided into super categories such as the hand based and the monitor based virtual reality system. Hand-based VR system, handheld devices such as cell phone, ultra-mobile computers are used for VR experience. Wikitude world browser using a digital compass and a camera on a smartphone recognize points of interaction, landmark and surrounding. Left motion control. No hand contact is required. A user can interact with their computer by just using hands gestures. Sense your hands, filters, and follow it that every moves. Basically, a desktop-based computer displays three-dimension graphic on monitors. Fish tank display. This display provide project theory images from their point of view, enable the user to see three dimension of the two dimensions of monitor. Either VR allow the user to contact on screen, use four camera to track the heads and a style to play the while content on the three screen. Enhanced VR system are aging divided into the two subcategories, partially immersive wall projectors, immersion decks and monocular head bases, fully immersive room-based vehicle simulations curve, binocular head based. Hologram and virtual fitting rooms, expectations on the movie star wires, hologram. Typically, a hologram is a photographic recording of a light field. Rather than of an image formed by a lens, it is used to display a full three-dimensional image of the holographic subject, which is seen without the aid of special glasses and other intermediate options. Easier versions, a techniques that can display three-dimensional images and user do not need to use any other devices to view the output. User do not need to aware any devices. Why it is amazing? It's look real. Most of the virtual reality devices connect to the computer and 3D modeling generated by the computer interactive. Life-size hologram representation, 3D print presents users a control, a brand new way of present an awesome way to telecommunication, possible better interactions, model hologram and needs and it is just for the rich peoples. Future logarithm multi-angle to view inside 3D image, merchandise standard interaction. Sometimes we work hard to make lazy life possible. Have you go shopping with your family, uh, and maybe it take will works and but not 100% fit. The need power devices, select seldom and 3D modelings, everything is important. Sega everywhere champion had to move boxing gloves, hang on link bikes, 9 power gloves, hands, movie detections, dark hands, Sega activators, full body motion detections, Sega VR and 9 virtual voice, motion detection, 19 wheel modes, PS movie, Microsoft needs, and augmented realities, VR headsets, game design, training, and visualizations. Military application, flight simulations, battlefield simulations, medic training, vehicle simulation, virtual boot camps, surgical field, diagnostic tool, PTTC, and phobia treatments, place patients in control environment, cognitive behavior therapies, additional treatment. We are used to counseling, display image in VR to use a hypnotherapy meant to relax patients and encourage behavior. VR for the disabled allow the disabled to explore world as regular people. Test building accessibility for disabled before construction. Able to present large amount of potentials complex data. Especially useful for scenario and places student cannot expense and the immediate. Fashion, virtual heritage, sports, engineering, business, and construction is very important. If you have any questions, you can communicate with me. And if you want have any kind of interesting aspect, you can share with me. Thank you. Bye bye, and take care.